Today, podcast about chef career, chef education, and what we can bring out from our journey. How can we make a successful career in our chef industry? We have our chef Michael Guild from Ulster University Culinary Department. Thank you for joining us, Michael. If you please say hello to my audience.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very pleased to be here. Chef, thank you for the welcome. As Arfatul says, my name is Michael Gillies. I'm course director and lecturer at Ulster University on our Belfast campus in the UK. So very nice to be here today.
At the beginning of the show, basically, before we going deeper, we have to know what is actually chef career is, what is who is the chef, like what is the culinary industry. So could you please tell us a short brief about the chef, like what actually the career is and what the chef responsibility?
The chef career itself, it's really brings in a wide range of careers related to, I guess, food preparation, cooking, presentation. But it's not just about cooking those delicious meals. It's also bringing in the creativity, precision, consistency. Obviously, you need to have a really good understanding of ingredients, techniques, also different cultural influences as well. Chefs, in my view, and across the industry, they're very much leaders within a kitchen. They oversee the food preparation, they manage kitchen staff, create menus, and ensure that quality. The quality and consistency is a big part of the day-to-day role of a chef. Obviously, they have a team that work underneath them: cooks, chefs, culinary artists, whatever you want to call them. But that chef has a team underneath them, and from my experience, you're only as good as the team that you have behind you. You can be the best chef in the world, but you need a really good team to work alongside. I suppose going into a bit more deeper, there's different chefs within kitchens: pastry chefs, sous chefs, head chefs, executive chefs. But ultimately, they're there to provide food for the customer and provide that dining experience that exceeds expectations.
So this industry is so much diverse, and it's like more about team effort and creating your own family like team who run your restaurant, who serve you food, telling the story, serving the culture. So that's the chef thing actually. Is living in a dream. If you can achieve the goal. Now Michelin star people running for, I'm running for two now, actually, is like big achievement. Though we know the chef career is like not easy shot for everyone, because lots of hard work behind it. Yeah. So I'd like to know from your experience, what is like a chef, a good chef, day-to-day responsibility? Like you wake up in the morning, how you finish your day?
I suppose the great thing about being a chef is there's no 2 days the same. And I know it's maybe it's a quote that a lot of people say, but I mean, you go into the kitchen in the morning. Yeah, first thing you do, you turn on the stove, you make yourself a coffee, but there's more to it. You obviously go in, you have to look at the forecasts, you need to look at the business ahead of the day. So you could be menu planning, you're obviously overseeing the food preparation. But a big part, especially of being a senior chef, executive chef, head chef, even a sous chef, it's that kitchen management. So you need to manage the day-to-day operations, scheduling staff, looking at different tasks ahead, thinking forward, always looking forward as to planning ahead, thinking what's coming through the doors in terms of your customers, maybe business that's further down the line. Another part of the chef role, particularly in what I do, is the training aspect. So there's a lot of young chefs coming into the industry that do need that training, do need that development, but they also need that nurturing side as well. And we have to look after our staff, we have to look after our team. And I think training and development plays a big part in that nurturing side. So if you look after your staff, they'll look after you. You invest in your team, they'll invest in you. I guess another big part of it is the quality assurance side. So keeping an eye on consistency. Chef, you talked about Michelin stars. The key to getting any award, any Michelin star, AA Rosette, whatever it may be, is consistency. And it's maintaining that consistency and continuously delivering to your customers, your clients, that meal experience, telling the story, giving them that good product, telling them what your food is about and what your service is about. More and more, I guess, without going off in another tangent, more and more chefs are sort of have a bit of customer interaction as well. So it's not just behind the scenes, I guess, within the kitchen. There more and more chefs are coming into the restaurant and interacting with the staff, with the customer, should I say.
So, like becoming a chef, like
Mhm.
so many people want to be a chef nowadays because all of the celebrity chef out there watching TV show, the other program and other activities, people more interesting day by day in this industry. We know this is the second largest
Yeah,
industry in the world after electronics thing. We have uh, to feed people, have to feed.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's why we are here. There's a gastronomy, that's why the industry here. So how a normal people or very fresh student can start chef journey? What is the beginning point, A to Z, how they start actually?
I think for me, it's first of all having a passion for the industry. So you're genuinely interested in food or working within the hospitality industry. As you said, it can be hard, it can be difficult. The hours can be long, the work can be difficult. But if you enjoy it and it's genuinely something you're interested in, it makes it very, very easy. Culinary education does play a big part. Going to college, going to university, getting the training, getting the knowledge. I'm in the industry 20 plus years and I'm still developing, I'm still learning. So knowledge to me is king. If you have the knowledge and you're reading, you're developing yourself, you're um, continuously developing yourself as a professional, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Another thing I would say to young students just starting out would be model yourself against those role models within the industry. Work with leaders, work with key chefs out there that are leading the way within the culinary arts industry. If you're working with these people within the industry, you'll start to work like them, you'll start to think like them. They will almost rub off on you. So get into good restaurants, get into good hotels and learn your craft. But the key is knowledge, skills development, ingredients, and working with individuals that are leaders within the industry itself.
So basically, starting from the education. So what type of education available in this industry, like a short-term course, long-term course? Because so many people out there, some people have too much age or middle of the age. Some of them like beginning their study journey or finish their A level, O level. How they can manage which program they should pick?
It depends on the individual as well, because being a chef is very, yes, it's very practical, but you still have to have the knowledge and understanding of your craft, of your skill. There's different routes you can go to within the UK. You can go to college, study NVQs, for example, level one right the way up to level three, level four. Um, Learning on the job, obviously, you can go into work 3, 4, 5 days a week and maybe go to college, for example, or university for one of those days on apprenticeship programs or higher level apprenticeship programs that are coming out within the university. And then there's the other option of being a full-time student. So you go to college, you go to university 5 days per week, you immerse yourself into that learning experience. But what I would suggest is, if you're learning full-time, to have something part-time, have a part-time job that reinforces what you're learning within college or university, whatever it may be. There's more and more courses out there becoming available at master's level, as you know yourself, chef. There are, yeah, there's masters in hospitality management, but there's more and more master's programs in the food side. So food science, food nutrition, product development as well. So there's different avenues. It's not all about being a chef within a kitchen, within a restaurant. You can branch off and be development chef, even a food writer, for example, photography, product development. There's so many different avenues that you can take on completion of your education or your experience.
Is so that means it's not only always being a chef and cooking in the industry. It's like you can be a good photographer, like a
Absolutely.
photographic chef, product manager. So you developing a product, you can sell the product from this industry. And if you being a chef and you learn the thing, you know about your product better, and you can describe it more, you can
Absolutely.
develop it more, sell it more profit. And that's a good part actually. And here's the one important thing is like whoever here in the UK is very easy term for everyone, like
Mhm.
young generation from England and European side, they have easy access, so they can take the program and do their study and do their development But what about the international student if they wanna come over? I'm trying to learn more because like so many Asian countries, like myself from Bangladesh, there we have no culinary degree in our back home. Like we have hospitality management. Hospitality management, we have food production. So we pick food production, and we have the 1 semester or 2 semester practical, and going for any 5-star hotel connected with university for
Okay.
practicing thing. So if they want to learn more, more hungry about learning for this industry, how they can apply from like the home country?
In terms of applying for the likes of the university, for example?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a lot of international students, particularly on the culinary program from India, Pakistan. I'm trying to think numbers wise, probably 30 to 40%.
Nepal as well.
Nepal as well. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. And quite a few from the Middle East as well. It's a very, very easy process, I would say, especially within the university. So if it's something you're interested in, the easiest way is going online, looking at the courses that you're interested in. Within Ulster itself, we have our culinary arts degree program, but we also have a food development program as well. So it's a food innovation. So maybe not everybody wants to go down the culinary route in terms of kitchen management. They maybe want to go down the innovation route. So there's a couple of different avenues, but I suppose it's looking at a university that, if that's the route you want to go, it's looking at a university that appeals to you. The great thing about our own university, about Belfast in particular, is it's one of the cheaper cities to live in as a student. It's very central. Our university is very central to the city. As you know, everything's within walking distance. In terms of pricing points, I would obviously look at different fees. There's different fees and support available there. But the great thing is about Ulster itself is we have a lot of international students. We have a lot of support for our international students, and there's different options available there for them. So yeah, I guess it's looking at a university. Yes, I'm selling Ulster University, but it's looking at a university that appeals to you as an individual. There are a number of universities across the UK that do offer the culinary degree program. So it's finding what suits you as an individual, I guess. Yeah.
And we have our academy. So
absolutely, we can't stop talking about our academy. Funny, we got another award last week from the Craft Guild of Chefs. So we have an accreditation. So for those of you that don't know our academy, it's a purpose-built training facility. It's a restaurant that our students work in, both front of house and back of house. We're open 5 days a week for lunch and dinner, and we seat 110 covers. So it's a real life working environment.
And please share about our practical situation over there in Austria. We have new lab over there.
A couple of new, we call them labs, but ultimately they're test kitchens. We have the academy itself as a full commercial kitchen, as well as a test kitchen or development kitchen. And we do a lot of work. Yeah, our students obviously learn it, but we do a lot of work with businesses as well on a consultancy basis. So our students get exposure to the restaurant, but they're also working along with businesses, maybe developing dishes or products for the retail market, for example. But the great thing about the academy is because it's open to the public, our students are learning what it is like to run a restaurant, both front of house and in the kitchen. So our students in particular in second year take control of the kitchen, and they are the head chef. So they write a 6-course tasting menu, they staff it, they price it, they cost it, they have to look at, the budget constraints, they have to look at GP percentages. So it's a real business. And the great thing is, because we are open to the public, we're getting feedback, real feedback from real customers, and it's great for our students.
It's like leading own restaurant and learning everything from scratch. So that's a great thing about our university and academia. So it's about I'm adding some information from my point of view because I'm the former student of Ulster University. Basically, Belfast campus, Belfast is the best place for student in overall UK point of view. Why? The reason here I pick is very self-funding student like me. I'm self-funding student. I'm not taking the financial support from my family when I was come over, but I can able to manage everything when I pay my tuition fee and everything. I have part-time job, very easily part-time job, less competition, but available job over there. And yeah, I have a very great opportunity to work with John Nobel's kitchen. So I learned more there. And yeah, I can leave a good accommodation, university accommodation, nice, and every facility, gaming facility, gyming facility, everything walking distance. I can go to my job, come back to my library, university library, and do my assignment, everything. It's like everything handy, so much handy over there. It's like, and travel cost, oh my god, is quite cheap in a way. Maybe Uber only I'm in London here now. Here every movement so much expensive for me. I feel so I'm now thinking, if I come as a student here, is maybe I need extra budget for here, like living cost higher, food cost a little bit higher, and everything. And also itself, like in Belfast campus, is great opportunity for all new international students who are mostly self-funding. They should come first at the beginning, also enjoy their life, Belfast life, and do their study. And after that, they can move. They come in UK technically, so they can move. They can move everywhere where they get opportunity and job. Like myself, I moved here, doing my job, changing my job, whatever I'm doing. Here, another point of view actually is like some of my audience, some of international students ask quite frequently, if there are lots of students they are self-funding, is there any scholarship opportunity in UK or also university itself?
Within our course, there isn't any scholarships at the present, but I know sort of across the university there are different scholarships, study scholarships, not specifically for culinary, but international students can apply, can avail of different scholarships. But what I would suggest is go onto the Ulster website to have a look at that. Within our department, there's not specific culinary ones. No.
Not for the bachelor, actually. Yeah, so most of actually funding coming from a different organ. I saw like so many like PhD. For PhD, we have funding for PhD program and different types of organization and group. So is there any possibility having a few like 20%, 30% around a number of scholarship for self-funding student? Is there any option like that?
It's something for discussion, and I know there are ongoing discussions at sort of higher level, strategic level. It's not something that we have discussed for undergrad courses, but I'm not shutting the door and never say never. It's certainly discussions that are ongoing, because we do want to obviously increase our international intake as well.
So now after we finish our university, like our degree after graduation, what the career path actually students should choose, and after study or during study, how they have to move and how they have to look forward? What do you think? Which path they have to choose?
Well, within our graduates, most of them will go into they go into sort of supervisory leadership positions within kitchens. Because of the nature of our course, all of our students go out on placement in third year, so they have that year-long experience, and they do tend to go for the high level. So we have students go into 3-star Michelin restaurants, 1-star Michelin restaurants, 5-star hotels, for example. But what I would say is, if you still want to pursue the career within kitchens, for example, decide what avenue you want to go. So think, is it a restaurant? Is it a hotel? Is it a chain? Do I want to travel? But what I would say is, get out there and experience as many cultures, do a bit of traveling, go away, eat, read, experience, and work in different establishments, different styles, different restaurants, different hotels. I had the luxury that I was able to do stages with different restaurants throughout the world. I sort of attached myself to different chefs who had contacts within the culinary arts sector. So I was able to go away and do stages or mini work placements, if you like. If that's an opportunity, I would certainly suggest to do that, because the experience you learn, even if it's a week or it could be a month, the learning experience within those stages and those work experiences it's just phenomenal. But aim high, certainly aim high. Think 5-star, think Michelin star, if that's the route you want to go. Not everybody wants to go down that route. We have a lot of students as well that maybe go into education, maybe go into contract services, for example, so hospitals, schools. Not high-end fine dining is not for everyone, so it's choosing the right career for you as an individual.
So here's another point from like my lots of question is like so many chefs around the world, like from Middle East, from Middle East, they ask a common question. So many of them stop study long time ago. They're being a chef, like join a restaurant, working, and they feel now they have to study, go back a little bit, learn, and come back to the work again. So how much study normally university accept?
The door's not closed to anyone. We have mature students that do come on board that maybe want to have the degree to maybe go into something different in terms of their career. I find that those, we'll call them mature students that maybe have been in the industry for a prolonged period of time, they have a lot to bring. They have the knowledge, they have the experience. Sometimes they may not have the academic qualities, but that's something that we bring forward to them within the university. So I would say that the door's not closed. I mean, if somebody wants to come in when they're 40, 50, by all means. It opens up different opportunities studying a degree, whether it's undergrad or master's level. I think chefs especially tend to get into the practical aspect. They don't think about the educational side, and maybe 15, 20 years down the line, we have head chefs from restaurants in Belfast currently studying with us on a part-time basis because they've realized, I want to go back and get a degree or a master's because I want to open the door for different opportunities. So no, the door's not closed to those people that have that experience, because as I say, they bring a lot to the classroom environment as well.
So basically, if somebody wanna now door opens, so somebody wanna do their higher education for feel more better, like feel good productivity. For that point of view, if they wanna learn more, they can discuss with admission team, and they can sort it out, help it out. So that's actually a great thing. And after study, when they're joining a restaurant, ambitious restaurant or hotel, the students, do they have to join in a specific club or organization for having good connectivity? Because nowadays, connectivity, networking is really important. It's very crucial. Is there any club or organization in the UK here or different country that should join?
Probably the most common one would be the Craft Guild of Chefs. I'm a Master Craftsman member of the Craft Guild, but it's really a networking opportunity. We go to, there's online conferences, there's face-to-face conferences. It's looking at the different opportunities available within the industry. So the Craft Guild would be one. The British Culinary Federation would be another, very similar to the Craft Guild. They kind of do intertwine. More recently, we hosted the Royal Academy of Culinary Arts within the Belfast campus. It was a Northern Ireland launch. So again, it's a lot of, most of the members are Michelin star chefs or executive chefs, head chefs within 5-star hotels. We had the head chef from the Ritz came to the university. We had Adam Smith from Coworth Park, again, Michelin starred chef. It's that networking. It's opening doors and opportunities, not only for students, but if you're within the industry, you're a professional chef, I would certainly recommend joining these industry bodies, because the opportunities are second to none. The Institute of Hospitality is another very, very good one for both culinary students and hospitality students. UK based, they have UK and Northern Ireland based, but they're worldwide. They're a global organization. And again, the opportunities available for conference learning, even their data, they have a lot of research. So there's a lot of information that you can gain from their website, which is very, very good for, particularly for students that are studying degrees or master's programs.
So here, another good question actually is from audience again. So many of them want to know what the difference between like learning and working in a working place, you join in a restaurant or hotel and learning, and what happened with the who have academic education, little bit fundamental, so then join the industry. Like without education, culinary education, and with education, what's the difference in between actually?
I mean, it's twofold. It's, for me, culinary education works hand in hand with the industry. You can't have one without the other. But the big thing about culinary education, it's that skills development. You've time to develop your skills. Sometimes when you go into industry, it's very fast paced. You don't have the time to maybe learn those fundamentals. It's learning on the job, which is fantastic. Some people learn very, very quickly, but others maybe need that more nurture. They maybe need that more support. The good thing about culinary education is the knowledge. So it's that reading, it's that research, it's going away, reading around the subject, which you may not have time to do if you're working full time within a kitchen. Other big part of it is that innovation, that creativity. Within the degree, we focus very heavily on creativity, innovation, but we learn a lot by doing. So we apply the theory within our classrooms and our lectures to, as we talked about, the Academy restaurant. So it's that real working environment. Within Ulster itself, our degree is very much a business management degree. So you learn not only the skills, the fundamental skills, the cooking, the innovation, the creativity, but you also will, people management, marketing, accounts. So it's that business as well as the day-to-day running operationally of a restaurant or a kitchen. So I think that's what sets us aside from a lot of other courses, is that it's a business studies degree that's applied then to culinary arts, which puts our students then as leaders, managers, supervisors. It gives them the tools then to go out into the industry and start leading from the front.
Yeah. So now I like to know for my audience about basically I know about our culinary program in Ulster University. From your side, what Ulster offer their bachelor student for the culinary university?
Sure.
Culinary subject.
Okay, well, it's a BSc Hons, so it's a Bachelor of Science with honours in Culinary Arts Management. It's a 4-year program spent on campus, on our beautiful Belfast campus. First year ultimately is about the fundamentals. So you learn the skills, back to basics. A lot of students we get, some of them are coming out of school, they maybe not have any experience, whereas we have others maybe have a year or 2 years experience within the industry. So it's finding that balance. But we tend to start year 1 with the fundamentals. But again, because it's a business management degree, you still will cover management modules. So you spend 2 days a week, 2.5 days a week within the kitchen, and you will spend a day maybe in the lecture theatre. So first year is very practical based. In terms of learning, you're probably 18 to 20 hours a week face to face with our lecturers, with our academics, and you will spend a day operationally within the restaurant. Year 2 then, think about you're stepping up. So you're taking on more of a supervisory role. So you will run the kitchen, you will run the restaurant. You take on the role of a head chef. And it's real life. So there will be problems, there will be issues, but you will learn how to manage effectively, almost crisis management, if you like. So problems do appear. It's how you manage them. It's how you overcome them. And that's all part of being in industry. Again, because it's a business management degree, we still have marketing, we still have accounts, but it's more a higher level. You're thinking more at managerial level. And the great thing about the degree is you can specialize in certain things. So if you prefer accounts or you prefer marketing, for example, you can choose those specialisms in year 2. So it's some people don't like accounts, for example, so they may not want to do it. They may want to do human resources, for example. So yeah, it's choosing modules that you like and choosing modules that are going to benefit you in your career. The great thing about our degree is with the placement year, you go out for a full year and you become a full-time member of a kitchen team or a food team. Some people go into schools. Most of our students will go into restaurants or hotels. Some people stay local, so they stay in Northern Ireland, the UK, but we have a lot of students that go global. For example, I have 3 students that are going to the Inn at Little Washington, which is a 3-star Michelin restaurant and a 5-star hotel. So the opportunities are there for those students if they want to avail of them. But again, they can work in a 3-star, 4-star, 5-star hotel. It's each individual to their own.
So third year is a fully placement year, is
full,
it?
Full placement year, yeah.
So 1 whole year placement year. So for the placement, university help or a student have to manage?
No, university can help. If it's somewhere that you as a student would like to go and you maybe know somebody, absolutely, you can reach out yourself. But because we've been doing this for so long, we have contacts all over the world. So we've students in New Zealand, America, the Maldives. I'm trying to think where else. We have students in Saudi, Dubai. So if it's somewhere that you want to go and you maybe don't, we can certainly reach out. We have contacts everywhere. So the opportunities are endless is what I'm trying to say.
It's a great program, actually.
Yeah.
So tell us some successful story from former student of Ulster University.
A lot of success stories. Probably the most recent one would be Chef Gemma Austin, who graduated with us 2 years ago. Gemma was on Great British Menu, one of the UK cookery shows. She got one of her dishes to the final, and the exposure she got from the TV has just been phenomenal for her career. Within final year, our students do a business plan module. So she was able to develop her business plan and develop her business and actually put it into practice. And she's opened a very, very successful restaurant in Belfast. Very different restaurant in terms of the experience. She's also branched out and opened her own patisserie. So she's two businesses going. And she will say that it's what she learned at Ulster has given her the tools to go and the confidence to go and open her own business. A couple of other success stories. Obviously yourself, you didn't study culinary arts, you did a master's program, but I mean, you have a book now released, all these fantastic podcasts and vodcasts. But we have a lot of students, it's given them the confidence. They come in first year, they're very quiet, they're very humble, they don't maybe want to push themselves. By the time it comes to placement year, they're putting themselves out there to say, yeah, I want to go and work in a 3-star Michelin restaurant, or I want to go and travel and work in a 5-star hotel. So it's given them the tools and the ammunition to go and experience and put themselves out there.
So after the bachelor and master's program, is there any PhD opportunity in the globally?
There certainly is, in terms of, it depends on what topical area, but there are certainly PhD opportunities. We have fully funded opportunities within Ulster itself, but they're very much, the titles are very much determined by the faculty or the supervisors. It's something that's on my radar personally. I've obviously I'm got my master's, but a PhD would be my next step. But it's thinking about the title and the thesis, but I certainly want to relate it to culinary arts. Yeah, it's getting out there and looking at to see what's available, and obviously you can self-fund as well for a PhD if there's something there that you particularly want to write your viva or your thesis on. So yes, in a nutshell, there's opportunities there for PhD.
So one like off-topic question is like so many places people like from different country have different culture point of view. Basically, in the kitchen or outside of the kitchen, if you work together, your senior chef and you, it's like how they're greeting each other is like calling chefs or calling them brothers. Is it appropriate, or which is more formal? Which how they have to like call each other in workplace and outside?
I suppose it depends on the environment, but I mean, most places will call the head chef.
Yeah.
You referred to brothers there. I think when you're in a kitchen, you're all brothers and sisters because you're working so close together.
Yeah.
But it's being open-minded to different cultures.
Yeah.
Because some cultures may not like the term brother, whereas other people may not like, other establishments may not like you calling people by their first name, for example.
Yeah.
I've worked in establishments where you didn't call them chef, you call them Mr. Smith, for example. So quite formal, but more and more places, yeah, everything's yes chef, no chef.
Yeah.
It seems to be
it's like a standard, like telling chef that doesn't, you have to be think too much of it. Like it's a standard formal, more formal way.
More formal.
About the PhD program and everything we discussed about. Now talk about the global opportunity actually. So some of the students working in here in UK, or like some of them they want like I have the education from here, now I want to move in some other country, like global travel for more learning, like US, Switzerland, France, whatever. Is there opportunity open for culinary students or chef
to study abroad, for example?
No, for work after graduation and everything.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, with the degree, it's global. It's transferable no matter what country you're in. So it's globally recognized as a degree in culinary arts. So in terms of opportunities, yeah, it's you go to Australia, you go to New Zealand, you go to America, for example. It's certainly recognized as a high level. It's an undergraduate degree in culinary arts. So globally recognized. The other thing is there's lots of partnerships there as well. So the thing about our degree is whenever you leave us, it's not closed door. We're always here. We will always support. So if there's any questions or queries or anything that we can try and help you with, we will try our best. So that supporting mechanism is always there, especially within our department.
And one most common thing people thinking before choosing study, like should I go for some designing program or should I go for the culinary program? Should I go for the engineering program? So in all of that, one common thing, how much they can make, how much they can do. Actually, what about our industry? Is there any great opportunity of making good money, having good salary, good lifestyle? What about that?
Absolutely. I think within the industry, when I started back in the industry, it was long hours. You were working 5-6 days a week, 12, 14, sometimes 16 hours a day. Things are starting to change. So that work-life balance is very much at the forefront of business owners and chefs' minds. So more and more kitchens, for example, are running at 4 days on, 3 days off. So chefs have the time to spend, spend time with family. In terms of money, the world's your oyster. You can earn very good money by working in good restaurants, good hotels. But if you aim high and you work for, world leaders, the Ritz, for example, in London, I mean, the executive chef in there is on a 6-figure sum. The likes of Chef Ramsay, multi-million-pound TV personality. There's nothing to stop anybody from putting themselves out there. But more and more, we're seeing more and more chefs are being recognized as a professional career. And it is a professional career, and they're getting the respect and they're getting the salaries that they deserve. In the UK, when I started out, being a chef wasn't seen as a career. It was maybe something you maybe fell into, for example, on a part-time basis. But now it's more respected. There's more qualifications associated with it, and people can see that food is an important commodity. It's an important part of life. The opportunities are endless, I guess.
It's not like there is any limitation. If you being more creative, if you can do more, if you can prove yourself, you can do whatever you want. Actually, like chefs, you talking about Ramsay. He is a chef, but he's not cooking anymore. He's a now business person. So many branches worldwide, globally, doing TV program and other so many activities. It's about being creative, being more productive, pushing yourself more, like learn more, hungry for more. So yeah, that's the thing actually I'm observing from here, from my point of view as well. If you do more hard work, it's come with good output. So it's all about hard work, all about your smart thinking. Always like sometimes hard work doesn't work if you're not thinking smart. So it actually combination from both sides. So suppose so many people working in same position so many years. Like I saw one people working like in shape the party or comic position. He doesn't have to actually. He have to, if he doing some smart work, learn more, show his creativity, engage more, then he can develop more. Like from my point of view, when I moving my career, I always try to prove myself who I'm working with. Even I work with some people, they remember me. I work with some people, they remember me. I engage with some people, they remember me. Because I keep something doing. I just telling my story, showing what I got. So that's the thing actually. There is no limitation out there if we can do more. And yeah, we are almost end of our podcast. The last question from your side, and I will have one final session from you. Is the last question is what the Ulster itself supporting international student?
Yeah, there's a couple of different aspects, I guess, of Ulster University. It's that international perspective, I suppose. Once, for one, we have diverse programs, diverse academic programs, so it attracts students from around the world. So we have a lot of international students that come on board.
There is like I'm talking about some career program open sometime. I'm been in there when I was a student, and also like you can show your CVs and they guide you. Yeah, and we have one supporting team, a big team that help a lot student.
We have a huge international team, but we've also a huge employability team as well that will help you with small things, but they can be huge for your career, such as CVs, helping you with letters, helping you with applications. There's a massive team within our university that will help both local, national, and international students, and that's their primary focus. I mean, ultimately, to be at university, the focus is employment. You want to get a job, and you want to get a good job within the industry, and the best job that you can. So the opportunities in terms of support within the university, yeah, they're endless. The great thing is there's the investment's there, and the support is there. So we have many different individuals and departments that will support you on your journey from first year through until you finish. So the door, as I said previously, the door is not closed.
Yeah. So before we finish our session, I like to know from your side the final message for a student from here in UK itself, or like global international student. What the message from your side?
I would say a couple of different messages, I guess. Mm-hmm. Find somewhere you enjoy, find something you are interested in, surround yourself with those that are role models that you look up to and you inspire to. Read, and read. Knowledge is king. But most of all, enjoy it. It's an amazing industry to be part of. The opportunities are endless. The friends, the people that you meet, will be friends for life. And as you said, Chef, they're brothers and sisters. They're a big family. So just enjoy the ride.
Thank you so much, Michael, having me here, and thank you for joining with us. And yeah, I hope this podcast will be so much helpful for all over the student who trying to join in this industry, learning more and trying to move for right career path. So yeah, it will be helpful a lot, hopefully, because there's so many hidden question we try to discuss and try to take information from you.
And if I can say one more thing, just if anybody has any questions or queries, Google me at Ulster University, Michael Gillies, Ulster University. My email is there. Reach out. I'm more than happy to answer any questions or queries. Even have a chat if there's anybody needs any support. I'm here to help ultimately. So best of luck to you all in your career or your chosen career. So thank you very much for your time, Chef. Appreciate it.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much.